Real quick. So back around 2020, this young Colombian woman in her 20s from Miami reached out to me through LinkedIn, offering to manage my social media and my websites. Now, the person who originally built my Paper Chase Publications website, they had moved to Atlanta. They were having some life changes and they weren't really focusing on web development anymore. That's what they told me, right? So I'm like, cool. Do some Zoom calls with this new person that reached out to me in 2020 and I hired her. I was paying this woman every month, not just for Paper Chase, but for Cerrone Investments, for the websites, and for the social media. I gave her access and I was paying her for over 4 years until something started seeming wrong to me. We even had Zoom meetings last April and May of last year. When I realized my identity was stolen, I paid her more to help me reverse engineer what was going on because I had a lot going on myself, single father, business owner, right? But when I didn't just leave it up to her, like Cameron said, count me ahead of my money, but I double check. I realized that it was her because she went back as I'm recovering stuff now in suppressed posts that I'd made way before I met her, especially political ones about Trump in his first term, right? About politics in general. He suppressed stuff. I talked about literacy, social media censorship that I had experienced. She suppressed posts about me and my son when I'm showing my son, we're having conversations about certain things that seemed off that his teacher said, about books, about literacy. Why would you do that? If you are who you say you are, you're just a young business owner from Colombia that goes back and forth from Colombia to Miami, and I pay you every month. Why would you go and do more than I asked you to do and suppress stuff from before I hired you? I wonder if that's related to the police harassment and identity theft and the interference with my custody of my child that I've had since 2017, since the divorce was finalized, that I've been experiencing since last year. And the chilling effect I receive when I try to reach out to lawyers and even when I reach out to my son's school, the principal. My whole point is this. Be careful, because people will reach out to you on some nonsense under false pretenses and have you and show you all types of reasons why you should believe they are who they say they are, and you will pay them to sabotage you if you're not more careful than I was back in 2020 and leading up until last summer when I cut her off, removed her access. This is crazy. They really out here trying to suppress people and censor people and get you to volunteer, just like the cops. If they don't have a warrant, if you let them in, they don't need one. So I'm going to be reposting a lot of stuff, especially because a lot of it that I posted back during Trump's first presidency about the tariffs, about this, then it's happening now. I've been on point. A lot of us have been on point, and I bet you a lot of us that get called paranoid and conspiracy theorists have had our stuff suppressed. I have the proof, though. So stop playing with me, y'all. I'm not the one for this.